Seeking help, my brothers and sisters, seek help from Allah. He is the only one who can help you, because he's the only one who can touch the heart of somebody to come and help you. That is why in Hadith al-Qudsi, Allah is saying that لَوْ أَنَّ أَوَّلَكُمْ وَأَوَّلَكُمْ إِنسَكُمْ وَجِنَّكُمْ قاموا على مقام الواحد فاسألوني كل واحد مسألة لأوتينهم ما نقص ما عندي شيئا إلا إذا كما ينقص المكيال إذا أدخل البحر. That the first of you, the last of you, the jinn and everybody amongst you, if you come and stand at one place and you ask me everything that you like, I will provide for you. Nothing will decrease from whatever I have. The only thing that will decrease is just like you putting a needle in the ocean. For instance, if you take a needle and you put it in the Atlantic Ocean in Accra, okay, and you remove the needle, I mean, that small water that will follow the needle, Allah is saying that is what will release from me. In any case, it means nothing has released from Allah. Take a cup of water and put a needle in and remove the needle. Just that small water that follow the needle, that is Allah says, that is what will release from me. So iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So thee alone do we worship and thee alone do we implore for help. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Guide us onto the right path. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Say, guide us onto the right path. The Quran will say, Alif Lam Mim Zalika al-Kitab Hudan lil-Muttaqin. The Quran is the guidance to mankind. The Quran is also called Al-Hudan, the guidance. So he said, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Guide us onto the right path. What is the right path? It is as if we have asked God, what is the right path? And say, Sirata allazina an'amta alayhim. The path of those whom you have bestowed your favor. That is the right path. And then when you look at the commentary of Surah Al-Fatiha, scholars will tell you that when you say Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, guide us onto the right path, and Allah will say, I have given you the whole of the Quran as a guidance, because you are asking me to guide you onto the right path. And the right path is the Quran. And you know, the Quran was given to the Holy Prophet in the cave of Hira in the year 610, when normally he retired there to go and meditate. And in one of these meditations, Angel Gabriel appeared to me and said, Iqra. And he said, I cannot recite. He said that second time, third time, he said, Wama Akra. The Holy Prophet said, why should I recite? He said, Iqra bismi rabbika allazi halak, halaq al-insana min alaq, Iqra wa rabbuka al-akram allazi allama bil qalam, allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. Read in the name of thy Lord who created man from a clot of blood. Read, and thy Lord is the most bounteous, who taught man by the pen, taught man that which he knew not. This verse in the Quran connotes knowledge, because knowledge is also very important. The Holy Prophet said that if you are a Muslim, talab al-ilm faridatun ala kulli muslim wa muslima. Acquisition of knowledge is compulsory for Muslims, be it a man and a woman. He also said that utlubul ilmu walau fi sin. Travel and seek for knowledge, even if he had to take you to China. When you go to Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah is saying that وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. When your Lord said to the angels, I am going to place a vigilant on the earth. قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. Are you coming to place somebody who is going to cause rebellion? And we have been there obeying your command. وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. God said, I know what you knew not. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ أَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. And he taught Adam the science of the universe. He said that is the crux of the matter. He gave Adam knowledge. And because of this knowledge, Adam was able to prove his superiority over the angels. And that is why Allah said to the angels, Usjudu li Adam, bow down unto Adam. Because Adam was able to prove his superiority over the angels. This is, in another narration, people will tell you that the reason why the angels bow down to Adam It is because of the light of the Holy Prophet on the forehead of the Holy Prophet. That is another discussion for another time. We will look at it. And therefore, brothers and sisters, it is very important. Knowledge is very important. For instance, Malamita will tell you that Tamanaita Amtumsia Fakiha Monazila Bagairi Anai Walaysa Ektisab Maladuna Mashaka Tahamaluha فالعلم كيف يكون ترم العزة ثم تنام ليلا يغوص البحر من طلب اللآلي ولو القعب بالحمم الأوالي وإذ المرء في سهر الليالي الله أكبر. Madam Italian will tell you that you want to become great, you want to be a politician, a president. تمنيت أن تسكي فكيا مناجنا بغيني عناين وليس اكتساب ما دون مشقة تحملها. He said you want to become great, you want to become a president, you want to become this, yet you don't work for it. He said, go and ask rich people, how did they get their money? They have to fight for it. They have to work for it. They have to struggle for it. They have to suffer for it. The same way, if you want knowledge, you have to suffer for knowledge. That is why the Quran says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ عَسَىٰ أَن يَبْعَثَكَ رَبُّكَ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلُ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. That you have to wake up in the morning, and or half of the you have to wake up in the night or half of the night and pray the Holy Prophet, so that Allah will give you a name that everybody will praise you with. The Holy Prophet used to pray to the extent that he will stand in one leg, will get tired, and he will use one leg. My brothers and sisters, what have you been doing? Knowledge is very important. That is why we have Iqra Bismi Rabbika Allazi Khalaq al-Insana min Alaq. That verse alone connotes knowledge. We'll get another time to talk about knowledge separately, because Malam Italian will say Wabihi Azharallahu Fadla Adam wa Amarahum Bisujudi alayhi. He say it is because of knowledge that Allah raised the status of Adam over the angels, and he ordered them to bow down unto Adam. So iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Then after saying that, lead us onto the right path, then he said, what is the path that you don't want? As if we have asked God. Then guide us onto the right path. He said this is the right path. And which one is not the right path? He said, Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. See, not the path of those who have gone astray, nor the path of those who are incur my displeasure. That's the path of the wrong path is the path of those who have incurred the displeasure of God. The path of those who have gone astray. So my brothers, salat is very important. In the Quran, it is only knowledge that Allah plays about salat. And the Quran says, Utlu ma uhiya ilayka min al-kitab wa aqimi salat. Recite what has been given to you from your Lord and offer prayers. And therefore, he said recite. It means it has placed knowledge. Knowledge is the only thing that Allah plays above salat. Apart from that, salat is the head of the ritualistic aspect of Islam. And that is why in the hadith, we realize that the pillars, he narrated the pillars of Islam. He said the kalimat is shahada, salat, we have fasting, we all know what fasting is, we have zakat, we have going to Hajj. And then we come to Iman. Iman said, tell me about faith. He said, you believe in Allah, His books, His messengers, the day of judgment. You believe in Qadar, the bad and the good aspect of it. Iman is also very important, brothers and sisters. And to believe in Allah means to believe in His Prophet, to believe in His angels, to believe in His books that He has sent to us. We have the Quran, the Zabur, the Injil, and other books that Allah has sent. We need to believe in all these things. And then the most important thing is, he also said that Akhbini an al-ihsan. We have talked about al-ihsan, doing goodness. That is in terms of salat, that worshiping Allah. There is this Sahabi of the Holy Prophet who were told that they went for a war, and there was this spear that stuck into his back, and then they were trying to remove it. It was painful. He told them, wait, when I come and stand for prayer, you come and remove it. When he came and said Allahu Akbar, they took it out. without him feeling anything, because he was concentrated in his salat. Until he finished that, he realized that he started feeling the pain. That is salat. And of course, the Holy Prophet has said that he was telling the companion that, of course, there is nobody who can pray throughout without thinking about anything. And then he challenged his companions, and we were told that Ali said he can do it. Was it Ali or Umar? One of them said he can do it. Then the Holy Prophet said, I want you to do just 2 rakats. Then he did the first one complete. The second one, after saying Fatiha, he went to Ruku, rising up from Ruku. Then he said, the Holy Prophet said he would give reward of veil, but this one, there's one he has in the house. That one is very beautiful. Like, I want that one instead of this one. After this, the Holy Prophet asked him, my brother, what happened? He said, of course, and then you cannot lie to him. And then he said, Prophet, this is what I did. He said, you see, that is why I am telling you that you cannot pray without thinking about anything in the world. And he said, Ahbani Anisa'a, tell me about the Yawm al-Qiyamah. And the Holy Prophet, my brother, you have asked a question, but the questioner knows no better than the one he is asking. You, the questioner, you know better than the one you are asking, because la ya'lamul ghaibu illallah, no one knows what is hidden except Allah. It is only Allah who knows the day of judgment will come. He said, then tell me akhbirni an amaratiha, then tell me about the signs of the day of judgment. He said, and tell the amata rabataha, when the slave girl gives birth to her mistress. It means that these days, realize that when children start disobeying their parents, these days, that there is disrespect everywhere. When the Quran is saying that there is a moral hadith lesson in the Quran, that the Quran said, وَقَدَ رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. That God is talking in relation to parents. He said, وَقَدَ رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. God has ordered that you worship none but Him and you do kindness to your parents. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. If they get old with you, one or both of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, do not say any word of curse. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا, and say lower to them the wings and say to them nice ways. وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. Allahu Akbar. And lower to them the ways of humility. وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. I say, my Lord, have mercy on them as they have mercy on me when I was a child. But these days, there are so many disrespects, so many issues around. Children not respecting parents, children not respecting the elderly, and then that's it. Antali the amatarabata wa antala al-hufata al-urata al-alata ri'a ash-sha'i yatatawaluna fi bunyan. When you see the naked, the destitute, the herdsmen, they are all competing in putting up lofty buildings. My brothers, I say, you see that these days, those from the villages, they are no more the villages we used to know. They are those coming into the city, and they build magnificent buildings. The Prophet said, when you see that, it should tell you that the hour has come. And my brothers, I say, it is very important that we take a key from Islam, because the day of judgment is very important. That's why God brought death. Death is very important in Islam. It's a concept where the Quran says, Kullu nafsin za'iqatul maut. Every soul shall taste of death. That's what the Quran says. Every soul shall taste of death. So that as a Muslim, you should know that, of course, you will die one day. In the Quran, there is this ayah that says that Elif Lam Mim ahasiban nasu an yutraku an yaqulu amanna wa hum la yuftanun. Do men think that they will be left alone to say they believe and that they will not be tested? It is as if we have asked God, what kind of test are you talking about? Then this other ayah will tell you that وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِالشَّيْءِ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَالنَّقْصِ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. Allah said, we will test you with the level of fear. Coronavirus came from nowhere, it came and it put fear everywhere. Joe, and then hunger. Around 1983 or so, there was famine in Ghana and there was no food. And decrease in amwal, your resources. You will have your money, it will just vanish. You do business and your money will just vanish like that. You have your house, it will just get burnt. Houses, worth of millions of cities in Ghana here have burned through fire. That is all test from God. What important is al-anfus. You will be there with your father, Allah will take you. You will be there with your mother, Allah will take you. You will be there with your wife, Allah will take you. You will be there with your husband, Allah will take you. You will be there with your children, Allah will take them. That is why he told Nabi Musa that to read wa uridu wa la yakunu illa ma uridu fa in ta'azzalani fi ma uridu at'abtuka summa la yakunu illa ma uridu. Allahu Akbar. Allah Azza wa Jalla, he told Nabi Musa, you want this, I also want this. And to read what uridu wa la yakunu illa ma uridu, and there will never be except what I want. For in ta'azzalani fi ma uridu, if you try to compete with me in what I want, at abtuka, I will make you tired. Summa la yakunu illa ma uridu. At the end of the day, it is what I want that will prevail. And therefore, brothers and sisters, death is very important. And therefore, it is only the Holy Prophet, like I said, who was given the opportunity. And then when he went to Isra wal Miraj, he went to what we call the Sirat al-Muntaha, where he can only talk to God. Between him and God, they have a solemn conversation. The Quran will say, Dana fatadalla fakada kaba kawsaini aw adna fa awha ila abdihi ma awha ma kazaba fuadi ma ra'a. Allahu Akbar. And Sheikh Ibrahim Yes will say, ra'a rabbahu haqqan bi aynin wa suratin wa kulli siwa haza wa ra'a wa ra'i. That he saw Allah with his naked eyes. And but we are told that he went to Isra wal Miraj, even though in the Sunni accounts, that is Isra wal Miraj, but in the other set, they don't believe in Isra wal Miraj. But in the Sunni account, he went to Isra wal Miraj. That is when he was giving salat, and that was when he told Allah he wanted to see how Malak al-Maut take the soul of human being. Then Allah said to Angel Israel, teach my prophets how you take the soul of human being. Then the Holy Prophet went to him, and Israel said, no, I cannot teach you. And Allah said, no, you cannot disobey my prophets. Then Azrael showed a very big tree to the Holy Prophet with a lot of leaves. That when you are born into the world, your leaf will come out greenish. And then there were two wheels under it. And then one is your food that you eat, one is your lifespan. So that Azrael will say that when it is about 40 days for you to die, that leaf will become yellowish. And it will come and land onto those fields and they will stop. And he will know that this guy has just 40 days to live. And therefore he will take it and say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Then that is why he will place a gaze on you. He will stare at you. And that stare will make you fall sick. And then people will say, oh, let's go to here. There are people who can give you medicine. Let's go to Tamale. Let's go to Burkina. Let's go to... There are doctors. But at that time, Quran says, وَظَنَّ أَنَّهُ الْفِرَاقُ. As for that person who is sick, knows that he will leave the world. وَالْتَفَتِ السَّاقُ بِالسَّاقِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ يَوْمَئِذٍ الْمَسَاقُ. Malaika Azrael said that when I start taking your soul from the leg, then one leg will say, Assalamu alaikum ila yawmul qiyamah, to the another part of the of your body, until we get to the soul. Until we get to the soul. And then that is where man will get to the end of his world. Then once Azrael pick your soul, then that is the end of it. Then you are dead. Then this Mala will say that yuhawwalu an qaribin min kusurin mushayyadatin ila mawazi'abi wa yakhruju an majalisihi wa kinnin muzarafatin ila baiti turabi wa yuslabu fihi mahjuran wahida hunalika fin naimi awil ikabi bu'aidar rujui man dafanuhu anhu ahata bihi shuhubul iktirabi. Malan is saying that bu'aidar yuhawwalu an qaribin min qasiru mushaydatin ila ma wazir, saying you have money, you are living in 10-story building, you are enjoying. See, just now, you die, and then you will be brought down from that 10-story building to the down floor. When people have given you the salah, the ghusl janaza, they put you in the shroud. Where are they taking you? Ila ma'awazi'abi, to the house of animals. وَيَحْرُجُ عَنْ مَجَالِسِهِ وَكِنِّ مُزَارَفَةِ إِلَى بَيْتِ تُرَابِ. They will take you alone from your house. Your wife that you love so much will not go with you. Your children that you love so much will not go with you. Your followers that claim they love you so will not go with you. وَيَحْرُجُ عَنْ مَجَالِسِهِ وَكِنِّ مُزَارَفَةِ إِلَى بَيْتِ تُرَابِ. They will take you alone. Nobody will go with you. And ila baiti turabi, to the house of dust. Say minha halaknakum wa fiha nu'idukum wa minha nukhrijukum taratan ukhra. Allahu Akbar. For that we came from, and from that we are going back, no matter who you are, my brothers and sisters. He said, Malam continued to tell you that they are going to take you to what? To the house of dust. Yuhawwalu an qaribin min kusurin mushayyadatin ila mawazi'abi wa yahraju an majalisihi wa kinnin muzarafatin ila baiti turabi wa yuslabu fihi mahjuran wahida hunalika fin na'imi awal ikabi. Allah is telling us that وَيُسْلَبُ فِيهِ مَحْجُورًا وَحِيدًا. You have dug your hole and they will place you into the hole. People will be crying, Baba na ni da kai munte, mani da ke munte, what. The moment you are placed into there, you will be left alone. Nobody will be with you there. Nobody will be with you in the grave. You will be alone, except that thing that you have done in the world. That is what is going to help you, whatever you have done in this world. And there is a bu'aida ruju man dafanuhu anhu. Man dafanuhu are those who came to bury you. Bu'aida ruju, they have turned back their back and they are going. Ahata bihi shuhubul extrabi ahata bihi. The reality has now dawned on you that you are now alone in your grave. When you turn left, it is a wall. When you turn right, it is a wall. You see your front, you see your back, it's a wall. Then Munkar and Nakir will come and tell you, Tashi, get up. Write everything that you have done. لكل إنسان ألزمناه طائره في عنقه ونخرج يوم القيامة كتابا يلقاه منشورا اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. The Quran says, every man we shall place his work on his neck on the day of judgment. You open it and read it, and kafā binafsika, you will place judgment on yourself. You will tell God, yes, considering what I have done, I'm going to hell or I'm going to Jannah. It's not Allah who is going to say that go to hell or go to Jannah. No, it is about what you have done. That is why it is the Muslim belief that when you are dead and you are sent into the grave, the first thing that you experience in the grave is the Malak al-Maut, the Munkar and Nakir coming to tell you that, ask you certain questions, and if you are able to answer those questions, they will tell you Nim Naumat al-Arusa. Allahu Akbar. Sleep as the groom will sleep when the bride is brought to him on that night. You know, that night is a special night, of course. That is if you are able to answer your question. But if you are not able to, they will continue to punish you until the day of judgment. Azanallahu min zalik. Brothers and sisters, I guess I've taken much of your time and we have learned a lot from hadith number 2. Inshallah, if Allah gives us another time, we'll come your way with another mawdu or another topic. So until then, I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.